trying to figure out how to introduce myself in a really cool and like exciting way. But I have no idea how to do that, so I'm just going to introduce myself the normal way. Hey girls, my name is Sarah, I'm 17 years old, and I live just east of Toronto, Ontario in Canada. Woo. So as Ruby mentioned, unfortunately Becca had to leave the channel for a little bit. Whether this is temporary or permanent, I haven't the slightest idea, but I will be the replacement for however long this is going to happen. So yeah, I thought I'd introduce myself so you guys kind of get to know who I am and how much of a nerd I am, so it's all good. So first I thought I'd talk about stuff that I like and the nerdy habits I have. So let's start off. First thing I thought I'd talk about is stuff I like, because, you know, I'm a nerd and I like stuff. First and foremost, I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter. I kind of love them. A lot. Just. Secondly, I absolutely love Doctor Who. I'm quite a Whovian, even though I'm not British, and that's a sad thing, because I do love Doctor Who, but it's almost never on. Like, it's so hard to find, but that's why I have all the box sets, because it's just so fabulous. And by far, I'd have to say my favorite Doctor is David Tennant. I kind of have an unhealthy obsession with David Tennant, so you should probably be warned in advance that I will talk about David Tennant a lot, most likely, so yay for that! I really also enjoy works by Joss Whedon, such as Angel and Buffy, which are fabulous. Like, if you've never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer or its spin-off series Angel, watch them, because they're fabulous. They're so good. Everyone always makes fun of me because I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but it's an interesting show. Like, it's not just like, oh, let's kill vampires, oh, right? No, it's a lot more deep than that, and there's some really awesome storylines, so I like it. Another thing by Joss Whedon I really enjoy is Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Vlog. Again, never seen it, watch it. It's hilarious. And if you like Neil Patrick Harris, you're gonna love this. It's so funny. It's so funny, and the music is really well done, and Felicia Day and Nathan Fillion's in it, so it's really, really good. So definitely suggest it. Another thing I like that you maybe might not have heard of, depending on where you live, is The Big Bang Theory. I adore The Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory is one of my favorite shows, I'd say, because the humor is really, really interesting, and it's very different than the humor in shows like Friends and 2.5 Men, which are also shows that I do enjoy, but Big Bang Theory is probably one of my favorites. Thing I like the most about The Big Bang Theory is just the people in the show. Like, if you've never seen the show, this guy, his name is Sheldon, and he is hilarious. He's very, quite a perfectionist, and he's very anal about things, and he's hilarious. Definitely would suggest this show if you've never seen it, because I will probably reference it at some point in time, so definitely watch it. It's very, very funny. I also read quite a bit. I love to read. Some of my favorite authors are John Green. J.K. Rowling's a given, so you know, I know that. Another book that I really, really like is the Aragon series. May not have heard of them, I'm not sure, but it's really good. As you can tell, I've read this one quite a few times because it's dead, the book. But it's really, really good. It's a very interesting series. It's kind of a mix of Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. So if you like either of them, you might have a bit of trouble transitioning to this one just because it kind of copies them a little bit. But being a person who, when I first started reading this, I had never seen Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or read Lord of the Rings, so this was good for me. So I do enjoy this book though. It's very funny and it's very interesting. So, good book. Another person I really like is an author named Skylar Dawn Cameron. She is a Canadian author, and she is fabulous. The books she writes are incredibly funny, and they're really, really, like, they're fast-paced, and they're really, really good. Like, hold on. They're really good, and I kind of own almost all her books, because she's fabulous. And I happen to work for the same company she does, so that's also really cool. So other things about me. I work at Starbucks, which is really, really cool. I really like working there. It's lots of fun. I'm going into grade 12 next year, which is exciting and terrifying all at once, because I'm finishing high school and it's freaky, so you know, all that fun stuff. I also have a trailer that I go to on weekends with my family, and it's really, really nice up there. I'll definitely have to do a Thoughts from Places kind of video when I really get started, so that's really cool. I am a bit of a YouTube nerd. I love watching different YouTube channels, and YouTube channels that don't necessarily have a ton of subscribers. Like, I do love, like, the big people as well. I do love watching, like, Ray William Johnson, Sexy Phil, and all those other people. But there's lots of people who a lot of people never heard of, right? Like, I love watching Little Raj, and I love watching people like Electric Fairy Dust and Elmify and all these other people who are absolutely fabulous. So that's really cool as well. So yeah, that's pretty much me. I'm not the most interesting person you'll ever come across, but I will be replacing Becca for the next little bit, so cool stuff. So definitely see you guys later, and thanks for letting me join.